Good morning, Washington, D.C. This is Patricia Melly in the studio, and I am with JR Melly Engineering. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions such as who and who is going to listen to it, go ahead and use Anchor. It is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing your podcast, and it's 100% free. It is pretty easy to use, and I believe anybody who wants to use it will be able to use it. So go ahead, download podcasts, try it out, and hopefully everything will be working great for you, just like it is working out for us. Thank you. Bye.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the JR Melly Engineering Show. With you today is Patricia Melly, and actually, I'm super excited today. I just came out from a beautiful morning empowerment meeting, and I learned some new stuff today, and I just wanted to share some few things. When I was in that meeting, and that way at least I can be a blessing, hopefully, to one of you guys, this beautiful empowering women's network meeting actually did something great to me. And so I'm always somebody who wants to share new things every now and then, put it out there and see who exactly I'm going to be a blessing to, or who exactly I'm going to support and be able to help. So some of the things I've learned is the first thing is be fearless and always make sure that you are competitive in your field. You already know something better than I do. I am good in IT. You might be good in, let's say, marketing, or you might be good in farming, and you might be good in networking. And together, collectively, we are the strong women who are going to be able to help our kids and help grow our nation. So remember, be fearless and be competitive, but still, as you are as fearless and as you are being as competitive as you are, remember to always make sure that you're not just trying to be as bossy and lift your head up, but be a leader. That's what I mean. Be a leader. Guide your people when they're falling down. Help them out. Brush out some of the dust that they've collected. Be somebody in the community who other people will want to be like, and always remember that whatever's happening to the other person, do not laugh at them, because it might come back to you. Karma, okay, guys? Karma. Another thing I'd like to point out is provide free events as much as you can. There are women who are just starting out a program. There are men out there who are just starting out a program. And in business, we're losing a lot of money. Not only losing money in paying some of our employees, but we're losing money, let's say, in buying some of the supplies that are needed. We're losing money when submitting all these bids, contracts. One way or the other, we're losing money. Marketing, they all cost a lot of money. So always remember, when you have these events, of course some other businesses will definitely want to make money out of the network empowerment, but when you're bringing out other small businesses, remember to provide a free event as much as you can. You're going to get a lot of women, like for example, especially if it's on a Saturday, a lot of women will definitely show up and come for these events, and you'll be so happy at whatever you're going to provide. And these events, make sure that you definitely have the right connections so that you can be a blessing to somebody else, exchange cards, exchange cards. Always carry your cards, carry a piece of paper, carry pens. Remember that these are going to be powerful entrepreneurial meetings. So always come prepared. It's always good to do that, and that way at least others know that, hey, you know what, you mean business, and there's no joke about this. You gotta get something out of this. So that is very important. Another important step I'd like to put out there is be an empowerment, be a breakthrough, be a blessing to other women, be a blessing to other men out there, be a blessing to the students, be a blessing to everyone that you can be, because whatever you do to other people, they'll always remember you, and they'll come right back to you and say, hey, can you do this for me? I'm going to be able to pay you this amount of money if we are able to complete this together. So you might think that the community is big, but the community is always small, especially the small business community. We always talk, we always meet, we always gather. So try and be an empowerment for other women and other men and everybody else, because everybody else is coming through something in life. Okay, so and also remember that you may think we all have some issues that are going on out there. There might be an IRS person that's right behind you. It's not just the one person, but the whole IRS might be coming after you. Or maybe, for example, the controllers might be coming after you for some money. Or maybe, for example, we can say credit card, like the collectors are coming after you. You might be having like family issues that are going on. There might be a big payment, the bills that you have to pay that are hospital bills. We all go through something, but remember that you always, when you're talking to other people, try and humble yourself. Try and understand that this other person might not actually not be able to understand what's going on with you, and you might not understand what the other person is going through. But when you are talking, respect each other and be humble and try and learn something about somebody else. Show that you really intently need to learn something, and try and be a blessing to that person. So try and be in the other person's shoe, because you might think that your issues are actually bigger than the other person's issue. But if you look at it clearly, if you look back, you're like, wow, in this world we are living in, everybody else is going through something. Everybody is going through something. But always try not to be a negative person. Yeah, it might be hard, but still try and think about something good to share, something good to say, and that will help. Okay, another important thing I learned is try and promote each other. And by promoting each other, I mean every day, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, 8 to 4, 7 to 3. We all have a certain job where when we are working in that job, there's this one lady or this one gentleman. Well, I shouldn't be saying gentleman because it's not a gentlemanly thing or a womanly thing. If somebody is trying to backstab you, when somebody is trying to actually try and change their personality all the time when they're dealing with you, when somebody is trying to be so competitive to the point that they really want to belittle you, they want to show you that you're not enough, when they're trying to show you that you cannot do something. They're not even trying to lead you as a leader would and be like, hey, how about we work together on this. I know that we can try and reach a goal together. So if you promote each other, I promise you, this world would be a better place. If we are working together with the teachers, teachers not only in DC, not only in Maryland, not only, but all across United States, all across the intercontinental world, all across, internationally. Just to be exact. I mean, if we work with the teachers, not only parents and not only teachers alone are doing the job for the kids, but parents and teachers, if we are working together, we will be able to accomplish one goal. And the one goal will be making a better world, making a better place for everybody, all of our kids, for making sure that our kids learn something new. It's not only our students who have to learn something new. We ourselves also have to always learn something new. So, how do I promote other small businesses? I promote other small businesses by talking about those small businesses to all the events that I attend. Well, not only all the events, but most of the events that I attend. And some of my partners tell me clearly, hey, you know what? I want you to actually mention us. And so I always put it in the back of my mind, hey, I need to remember to mention these people. So I myself and my company, we already know over 3,000 small business founders and presidents. So, and I will promote you to be able to make you reach somewhere, wherever you want to go to. So never ever be afraid to ask, because once you ask, the door will be open for you. So remember to ask. Next thing I've learned is educate yourselves. Remember to always educate yourselves. Never think that school is anything short. Never think that you know everything and you're one big person and you don't need to learn something. You always want to learn something new. So remember to educate yourselves, learn something new, because something somewhere, even the world, even right now, looking outside the window, from our studio, I am learning something about these tiny birds, where they like breeding, what is it that they like eating. So learn something new. Find it an important thing. Go to YouTube if you don't want to get certifications, talk to people who can be an empowerment to you. You always have to don't go with the crowd, but just go with the little people, like the little amount of people who have all the information that you need to make you succeed. Another important, as we are closing now, because I think I've taken more time than I should. As we are closing, I want to tell you, please, please, please never give up in everything that you're doing. It always gets more harder as you get to the top. And as you're climbing that ladder, just have it in your mind and know that you don't want to look back down, because if you go back down, that road is really wide, because many people are down on that road. But going up the success ladder, it's really narrow. And why is that? Because only the ones who have the will, the ones who know that they got what it takes, the ones who know that there's something important about them that they want to share, are the only ones who can make it to the top. They're the ones who are victorious. Do not think about everything that you're losing, money that you're losing. Don't think about that. Think about how exactly you're going to make it, how you're going to be a winner, how you're going to be victorious. Okay? So go ahead, climb that ladder. Don't look back. Do something good. Be someone. That's what you need to do. Take a leap of faith and make sure that your dream become a reality. Okay? Okay, now let's go to work, people. Have a good day. Bye. Good morning, Washington, D.C. Welcome to our studio here at JR Melly Engineering, and I am your host, Patricia Melly. I am the partner and founder and owner of JR Melly Engineering. We are doing a lot of great works here at JR Melly Engineering, and I would love to let you know that we're the only company, the first company, and to be an exact, that actually showcase whenever they're on a live environment, on a productive environment, and that's for our website that we are still working on. And you can visit us on www.grmelyengineering.biz. Again, that's www.grmelyengineering.biz if by any chance you want to see what's going on and what's new. And also, please join us on Quick Hire. A lot of other small businesses have joined. As of now, we have about 5 or 10, between 5 and 10. I have to go and double check the count, and that will be said on the next podcast that's coming up. So you can start communicating with those small businesses. We've had a lot of interviews with them, and we did let them know that we'd really like a lot of the people who are participating in the Quick Hire app to be able to chat with them. And so they're welcoming the idea to get to know you and to get to support you in everything that you're doing. Please don't forget to join our Quick Hire app. So go ahead, join our community and have fun. So I also am very, very excited about what's been going on, and I just returned from a women's in tech. It's one of the women's technology, women in tech empowering meeting, and I learned a lot of few pointers that you know how I am. I always like sharing something new, and I always like other people to share the information. So these pointers, I hope, will be a blessing to you, or it would be a blessing to somebody else who you decide to share this information to. Some of them include, for example, the first point I'd like to put out is be competitive. By being competitive means please do not try and backstab other people. Everybody has a lot that they're going on with in life for you to actually go ahead and go around hurting them. But be competitive in the fact that you have to know everything that you're talking about, cross your T's and dot your I's, and be able to be competitive in this world. You have to understand that when you're going in it, you have to have the will, you have to have the know-how, you have to continue learning and make sure you're better and keep on getting driven. That's by being competitive. Be fearless. In this world, everybody has a fear of something. You know, one way or the other, you have to try and have a backbone to be able to outgrow it, and just keep on moving on. So be fearless and try everything. Keep on asking. Ask and the door will be opened. Ask and you can always get a yes, you know. Of course, every now and then you're going to get a no, but it's okay. You're going to go through heartaches, like I said on my other podcast, but never give up. Keep on keeping on. Okay, another thing is keep on smiling. That smile can work miracles. You know, when you're going to talk to other people, anybody that you want to talk to, make sure you have a nice face, you have a smile on your face. Try and be eye-catching. Okay, and know that when you're going out there, be as confident as you can. I know that sometimes when you're confident and super duper confident, feeling that you know yourself and you're going to get something, sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes it works. But still, make sure that when you're going after something, you have to be very, very, very optimistic, very goal driven, very happy. You know, just show it out. Try and also be a blessing with those smiles that you're showing. Okay. this will definitely help you out. The second pointer I'd like to put out is attend as many free meetings as you can, especially as a startup or as an entrepreneur. If you don't want to use as much money, because we spend a lot of money, not only the money that you're using to hire people, not only the money that you're using to pay on a lot of transportation, to pay your employees and your salary employees, the money that you're going to use to be able to take them out once in a while when they do a good job. We're spending money one way or the other when you're going after all these projects, the bids, when you're going after grants, you do spend money. So please try your best to attend free meetings, and that's why we have Quick Hire app. Quick Hire app will help you post some information about some meeting events that are coming up that you can share amongst you and your teammates, or you and your manager, or your manager with you, so that helps as much as you can. And also in Quick Hire, you're able to not only do that, but you're able to advertise about the opportunities that you have, and you can also grab information from Quick Hire and be like, hey, you know what, I want to go ahead and post for these opportunities and communicate with the presidents and the CEOs and the founders who are already in Quick Hire. So use it as much as you can. Get information, network, know about the free meetings that are going on, know about the pitch network that is coming up, and be a blessing to somebody else. The third point I'd like to put out there is be an empowerment. Try and be a breakthrough to somebody else's life, and try and be a blessing to another person's life. Okay, so again, try and be an empowerment. Okay, and this, whenever you're trying to do this all the time, you'll notice that you're also changing. The more you speak it, the more you be it. So never forget that. The fourth pointer I'd like to put out there is you want to promote each other as much as you can. For me, I personally know over 3,000 small businesses, business founders and business presidents, and I can and I will promote you. I definitely need to have a relationship with you and see how or where I can help you. And of course, once in a while, if you have something that you want to share with me, please share it, and maybe it's going to help us as well, So that's the fourth answer. The fifth point I'd like to put out is educate yourselves. Okay, the truth is we always learn something new somewhere. So embrace anything new that you learn, and try never ever say that you are not. Try and remind yourself to say that you are not. I'm sorry, I was looking at something else. Try and remind yourself and say that you are not going to listen to people who are saying that you cannot learn something new by going to school. Of course, you can definitely learn something new every day, everywhere you go. So learn something new every day, and be a blessing. Okay, so again, never ever give up in everything that you do, and try and continue to go to the top. You know that success is harder for the people who are actually down below and trying to get to the top, but never ever get discouraged. Just keep on moving and keep on taking that leap of faith. Okay, peace be with all of you, and have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks. Bye. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the JRMelly podcast. We're over here at the JRMelly studio today, and I think I'm doing better each day with all these podcasts, and so give me a feedback. So I always start my day by reading some of the inspiration quotes, motivation quotes, and even my team know whenever there's a problem that they want to present over, they have to definitely bring in a solution, and at the same time they have to have something good to say. So that is me. But anyway, let's go ahead and open up the flow by talking about the wonderful things that JRML Engineering is doing. So far, the productive environment is going pretty well, and I like that people have been reaching out and giving out feedbacks and telling us, hey, we need you to add this, add that, add this. So please feel free. I mean, I'm very much open. I love the community. I love doing so many good stuff around people. And so I know that we're not perfect, and just slowly by we are able to make it through. We are able to be that perfect, well, not perfect, but at least slowly by as we make progress, we are able to say that we are doing much better than how we used to do. So please go ahead, give us some feedback, whatever you can give us, and tell us what else you need to be added to the website. So maybe if you need something to be added onto the mobile app itself, please do so. The iOS will be opening up live very soon. I don't want to give out any dates because you know how with technology everything goes. Otherwise, today we are going to talk about contracting opportunities. So there's the negative and there's the positives of contracts. So let me just start with contracting. What is contracting? Contracting is when somebody actually decides to come out to you, not somebody in the case, but let's say an agency comes over to you and says, hey, we need you to complete this within such and such guidance, and once it's completed, or once it's closed, once you complete the job very perfectly, then they'll be so happy with you and they'll be able to give you more, and by that you're developing relationships. Also, a contract can be through bids where you're going to compete with other people, other companies, big and small, and see if by any chance, and see if you're lucky or you're not lucky to get those contracts. There's many ways to get contracts. You can get contracts through blanket purchases, and that means they say somebody just knows what your company is about and they decide to just give you something and say you need to purchase all these things, or you need to complete this task order, which is a task order purchase, task order contract. And then there's also another type of contract where you just have to do purchases. And you have to remember that when you're working with schools, when you're working with different agencies, that when if by any chance you read their guidelines and their policies, you'll notice that you can be awarded a contract based on the amount. Like, for example, you don't really have to bid on anything if the amount that they want to use is actually between $4,999 and below. So you can purchase anything for the schools within that amount. But again, it comes down to relationships. I know we've talked about relationships even on our PMS show, which I do with Simona. That's Patricia, Melly, and Simona's show, and we talk about so many other crazy things. But the best thing is, the main thing that we always talk about is relationship and culture. Okay, so with relationship as it pertains, normally you'll notice that the small businesses, there's the good and the bad. Like I said, I want to talk about those, and I don't have any sort of paperwork to be able to go through this in a chronological way. But if you are listening and you're a small business, or you're a young entrepreneur and you're trying to start out a business, remember that, one, it's good to get your certifications. Of course, that will definitely help you get one of your legs through the doors, and at the same time, it might not. So don't go out there getting all hopeful that this is the only thing that's going to help you. That's why we always, at JRML Engineering, we always change our business strategy every now and then. And the quick hire application, the business model has been changed so many times because of what our customers are saying they want. So whatever you need is whatever we give you. It's not what we want that we give you, but whatever you want is what we give you. We're all about the community. So going back to what I'm talking about, relationship and contracts. So once you receive your certifications, which you can get from the county that you live in, go ahead, and while you're doing this, make sure you're still trying to bid on contracts, trying to maintain relationships. I'm sorry, I'm losing my breath, but contracts is a pretty touchy subject. So by maintaining relationships, you'll notice that wherever you've already applied to, which is supplier diversity, you just type on Google supplier diversity for the name of the company that you're trying to get into, and try and register in as many, like let's say 1,000, 1,000,000, as many big businesses portal whereby they do the supplier diversity. Once you get in there, and once you're all your certifications have been completed with the government, then also make sure that you look into the government, into different schools, into different hospitals, and see what exactly are they buying, what is it that they're offering, can you supply it, and try and write as many bids. If by any chance you're having trouble creating bids, writing proposals for the bids, go ahead and do your revisions. Try and check and learn as much as you can about writing good proposals. Remember that there are different kinds of bids. You can go ahead and find out that there's low bid, low fixed bids, so you have to provide the cheapest, lowest rate that you can. The problem is you're going to lose a lot. And by losing a lot means that you're not going to receive any funds that are coming in. There are people who just want to get past performances, so they'll go for that. And then there's just so many types of bids and contracts out there. And today, like I said, I do want to talk about the problems we are facing and some of the solutions that JRML Engineering has decided to partake on regards to contracting. So some of the issues that small businesses encounter, whether you're a startup, whether you're just trying to test the waters, a lot of us end up feeling like they want to give up. It's just too much. And that is because the government really doesn't know what's going on, or maybe they already know, but they just don't want to take over their responsibility. And by the government, I mean both state and federal. Not many people are going to talk about this, but I guess I am a little bit pissed off. And that's why I want to talk about this, so people can know what's going on. Just one voice can definitely change the world. And so today I want to say that I'm not too happy with the federal government, and I am not too happy with the state government. The reason is because every now and then our governors, people who are supposed to support small businesses, people who are supposed to support the people, because the government is for the people, by the people, all of these people who are supposed to support us are the ones who are making it a little bit challenging. Every now and then you hear about, we're opening opportunities for small businesses. Maryland is back in business. Maryland is supporting small businesses. All of this, truth of the matter is, it's not real. I wanted to use a bad word, but I'm just going to say it's not real. And by saying it's not real, what I mean is there are some states, I'm not going to name names because like I said, I have over 3,000 contacts, and all of these are presidents, CEOs, and I'm one of the people who actually oversee the contracts that are being written. I make changes. I talk to the right personnel to try and get my people in or my company in that space. And the issues we've faced is that because it starts from high all the way up top government, it trickles down to the primers. And by this I mean the government that is supposed to provide these opportunities, these bids, they put it out on the solicitation list, on e-marketplace, on all these other marketplaces like New York and all those areas, all the states. And right after they put it out there, even on our FedBase, once they put it out there, guess what? They already know in their mind who exactly, like which company needs to get this opportunity. They're just doing that by putting it out there. They're saying they've done what is mandated by the government, and that means actually putting out a solicitation. And choosing somebody who you already know, that means they've developed a relationship with this person, which I understand. But the thing about that is when they're trying to stop all of us from doing this, we're wasting our electronic gadgets like USBs, CDs that we're sending to them, from 3 CDs that are sent with all the proposals, or maybe 20 CDs or USBs that they request for. We send all of these things. We waste trees by printing out a lot of paperwork that are needed. We submit those paperworks, and guess what? After 20 people, 6 people, 2 people are competing, they go back and they change everything and award it to whoever they want to award it to by creating what's called an estimated invoice. An estimated receipt is something that shows they've already awarded it to an incumbent or somebody who already is in their mind. So this is very much unfair, and apparently rules are not being followed when they're saying, oh, do not be friends with such and such a person within the government. All of this is not real. Anything that's being written on those documents, I have to admit, they are not real. They're not something that are being adhered to strictly or enforced. And and then on top of that, the primers. Let me talk a little bit about the primers. I have a lot of prime friends, a lot of presidents who I communicate with, but they also want the money. Everybody is running after the money. So what do? They try to subcontract with smaller businesses, which means they're a larger corporation that is working with the small businesses to get an opportunity. And whenever this happens, the biggest problem that we end up facing is that biggest problem is that the small businesses that are starting up, they're actually not able to bid on solicitations because they keep saying, you know what, as a small business you have to have this past performance, that past performance, and so you have to have about 3 or 6 past performances. And that is why we have developed Quick Hire to make it so easy for you. So these are just some of the solutions that JRML Engineering has decided to take, because everything that's going out there, truth, it is very painful. It's just a shame that small businesses are not supported the way that they're supposed to be supported. Some of the requirements exceed the expectation that's needed for a small business to be. And so the small business opportunities are actually not for small business opportunities because they're not supporting small business opportunities. And this thing I'm putting out there so that you all can go. I know that we have come to so many of your meetings, and a lot of us have complained bitterly. We might be in the middle of a contract, working on it, paying our people, doing the best job out there. But guess what? The government or somebody comes in and says, hey, we have to stop work and give it to somebody else. This is a no-no. This is so wrong. And please, if the government is listening to this, actually, I think I should tag some of the government people so they can know that these things that are going on for small business are incorrect. People are crying out there. and you need to start supporting small businesses much better. I have put out some of my requests for the company. Other companies have done the same thing. Schools, universities are now doing these research and actually submitting it to the members of Congress. And so don't tell me that the government does not know what's going on. The government sure really knows what's going on, and the government is really not contributing into supporting small businesses. We need those contracts. Small businesses need to have those past performance. You can't tell me that you have you're making 6 million, you're making 13 million, you're making billions of dollars, and SBA still approved. You can't tell me that small businesses have to pay their employees, but the federal government cannot pay the small business for the job that has been done. This is a no-no. So when you're saying we have to follow the FAR rules, which are called the FAR rules, which is a whole booklet which have about a lot of pages in it, and yet you do all these wrongs to small businesses, sorry. It is very unfortunate, and I believe that you all have to look into this again. And so that's my plea. The solutions that small businesses are using, and this is going to all the young entrepreneurs, the founders, the people who are still working and trying to get their feet wet. Please remember, always have something else on the side. One, develop relationships. By that, it means when you go into these websites, these vendor portals, you also notice that there are other small businesses that are registered in there. Communicate with them. Send a blast email. Let them know that you're always around. Something might pop up one day that they have and they need the right resources, but the more you keep on sending messages, trying to develop relationships, the more they'll be like, we know this person have been sending a lot of emails to me, and I definitely want to reach out. Another way that we do this is we have other applications that we use, and that one avenue application is Quick Hire, which is the one that we've been marketing out there. At this point, we've noticed that we already have 11 to be exact, small businesses that have already registered, and we're hoping that we're going to get more and more small businesses. They're communicating with you through the portal. Please look at the help section, read about it, go to www.jrmeleengineering.biz, read about the software, and look at the videos that have been created about the software. Learn about it. If you have issues, go ahead and send an email. Send an email to the software itself, the JRME business apps, I believe, at gmail.com. That goes straight to the engineering people, and they'll be able to know your issues and they'll be able to support you. So please, and then look at the policies. So you have to acknowledge the policies and the regulations of how you're going to make money within that software. You want to advertise, you can advertise for free. You want to join, it's all free when you join. There's a lot of opportunities that are being submitted by all these small businesses. Please join into that site and start networking inside Quick Hire. Try and see how we can resolve this issue about small businesses going underground just because of these silly things that are being put out for us to actually go through. I know that going up into the success ladder, you definitely have to go through all these issues and fight your way and see how good you are, and finally just the few people are able to get up top. But I'm trying to support other small businesses that have the will. I know that you can do it, so register into Quick Hire, communicate with the other small businesses, and try and share different opportunities, share knowledge, and just try and grow. That's what Quick Hire is about. It's a free tool for the government and for small businesses alike. And then the third option that we're using is we do try to look at, we still go through the bidding process. So we look at all the options that are out there. We go through the bidding option, we develop relationships, we still try and see if by any chance there are other opportunities that can be trickled down to JRML engineering, because we've been doing a lot of subcontracting for a long time, not only in the IT part but also in the engineering part. So please remember to be a support, remember to be a positive empowerment to other people, and that is what this podcast is about. Okay, so have a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day outside. It seems like it's going to rain, but let's not worry about that, because rain is also a good thing. It helps the farmers be able to grow good stuff. So yeah, let me know what else you want to talk about. But this was a hot topic yesterday and in our meeting, and I decided to put it out there. So if you're the government, if you're just a private citizen, if you're whatever you were and whatever title you hold, please remember that there are other people who are down there and they're still doing worse, and they really need your support. So continue being a support and continue being a blessing. Okay, have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you. Bye.